Well, how are you? Good evening and welcome into the week 8 waivers show. It's your shepherd, JC. Joined by here the one and only commissioner, Rhino.
Good evening, everybody. I can't believe this is week 8, dude.
It is.
Week 8.
It's,
Son of a bitch.
I bet you that if this was 20 years ago, maybe longer, um, the eighth week in the fantasy season would have gone a little bit, maybe just a tad bit slower.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, time remains undefeated.
Yep.
So at this stage, I'm going to just lump us together here. Although we are not the same age, I'll lump us together. Time goes by quickly, and yes, the fantasy that includes the fantasy season. That includes the off season.
Yeah.
Just when I remember in the same fashion, I couldn't. It couldn't have gone by any slower to get to football season. The dog days of summer. There's no such thing anymore.
No, not at all.
Nope, not at all. In any event, yeah, we are into week 8. We had 2 games last night, Rhino. 2 games. One of them they gave us on the regular ESPN, which, you know, for all intents and purposes, I kind of feel like they knew to put this game on ESPN and put the other game, the Cardinals Chargers game, on ESPN Plus.
So because they played on the West Coast, I was actually able to watch it on one of the secondary channels last night.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So, I watched some of it.
Okay.
I got bored with it.
And look, if you subscribe, if you're a subscriber to Plus, to Premium, you watched it also. But I feel like, again, they were gonna put those 2 teams, the Ravens, Lamar, King Henry. They knew what they were doing when they put this game, Baker.
Yeah,
on
game
on ESPN.
Yep.
And again, for all intents and purposes, it was a good game for most of it. I mean, like, it was, you got yourself a high scoring affair. The game, the 10-point differential there, 41-31.
Just conceiving.
It is conceiving. You're damn right. It's conceiving. The game was not as close as this 10-point score. However, again, we're gonna touch up on it, and I don't want to spend too much time on it, but under extreme unfortunate circumstances, you had not one, but 2 major injuries to the Ravens and to the Bucks, and maybe a possibility of doesn't seem serious, doesn't look serious. I think he did return to the game. Zay Flowers for the Ravens did get banged up to a certain extent, which
what I saw was Zay Flowers was a mild ankle sprain. Be monitored.
Mild, yeah.
But we've heard that story before too.
In any event, a lot of stations. I'm going to use the word stations. I don't know. I could have used channels, but I'm going to use stations. A lot of different stations, channels, websites, people, so on and so forth. They want to put out their waivers, their top ads on Monday, which rightfully so. I get that. A lot of these same said stations, channels, people put out their stuff today, and then even still on a Wednesday, believe it or not, because waivers still run late on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, so you had a set group of individuals that were going to be like your top ads for this week's week 8 waiver run. That had to get changed.
Yeah.
Or adjusted. Or adjusted, I should say.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you had to add now. We're adding players to it based on last night's game. Mike Evans, I don't know. I mean, I guess I do know why. I think you know why. I think we all know why he wanted to play. He's an Iron Man.
Well, yeah. Plus,
he's an Iron Man.
if he was good to go, if there's any inclination before the game that was going to happen, then they will sat him. That's just that's unfortunate, you know. And from what I read from the Deepak Chopra, it's just a mild, so he'll be out 2 to 3 weeks. He come back
in
in.
in other words, he didn't like tear his hamstring.
No,
he didn't. He
didn't
it
care.
didn't come apart like Chris Godwin's ankle came apart.
See, I had switched to channels because by then I was just like done. I couldn't stomach the Cardinals Chargers game, so it's just too slow moving. And then because of fantasy purpose, I was getting irritated because certain people weren't getting the ball.
I don't know why.
And so it's like I need to readjust myself here and just turn it off. I've watched enough today. The Chris Godwin. I don't know. People are saying that Bo should be fired for that. I don't think so. But he should have been pulled. He should have been pulled. Why is he in there with 23 seconds left in the game? That's something that's going to be talked about.
I mean, he was, because you're not playing to protect your players in that situation. You're not. It's like you don't think. The first thought can't be to quote unquote rest players. The thought can't be, well, there might be an injury. They go into the game understanding this as a whole. That's the way I'm going to look at it.
Okay. Yes.
That's the way. I'll take the other position in this situation. But I get it.
Will pull their starters. Most smart. Okay, let's say if it would have been the opposite way, do you think Lamar would have been playing? Do you think Henry would have been playing if they were down that much?
Lamar, yes, I do. Lamar the quarterback, I do think he would be playing. Yes, in the same token, maybe if you're up by, I guess, that type of margin, maybe more, maybe a greater margin, then you maybe get pulled with 2 minutes left to give, like, your second string guy or your journeyman, maybe like the kneel downs. Like
either way they should have been pulled.
I get it. It's a debatable topic. I'll take the position like they may not have thought that the game was out of reach. They may not have thought the game was out of reach. You score, you're onside, you score. The flukiest of craziness has occurred before.
Yeah, but you got to protect your investments at the same time, and it is a business, and they are investments.
Yeah, that is true. That's true.
And Godwin's going to be a free agent next year, or they franchise tag him or let him walk. I don't know. That's neither here or there right now.
That's neither near or there. That's right. What we should do, unless you want to like jump over to the Cardinals Chargers game, again, there's not much to write home about there, except there was a good game out of James Conner for the most part, pretty solid game, and the quarterback there, Kyler. Yeah, we know that Greg Dortch scored. Big fucking deal. Excuse my language. That you notice, folks.
I know.
You notice that Greg Dortch does not make, at least not this place's waiver ads. But yeah, he wound up scoring. We didn't get much at all from Marvin Harrison nor Michael Wilson. Trey McBride got a little bit. But yeah, Kyler Murray, again, the story. he still makes a top 12 quarterback rankings. By a little bit by default, just based on the nature of the position and based on the fact of of what's occurred with the position so
And
far
his
this
running
season.
ability too.
And there's part B. Yes, that rushing upside, because we saw it. We saw it. There aren't that many running backs that can do that. There's not. That's why you kind of have to roll with him, because at any given point that could just happen, just like that. And do you wish that he would throw for some more touchdowns? Of course, you would love the 3 passing touchdowns and the 1 rushing touchdown. You would love that. Let me ask you this, and we won't stay on this topic. Back to that injury talk. Do you pull him because you're losing that bad? You think Jonathan Gannon, goes up to Kyler in a locker room or on the side, be like, "Yo, man, you're not even you're 12 months removed from a torn ACL. You got to run like that? Come on, man, be smart." You think he's gonna say that to him?
But he didn't do it. Wasn't a called play. He just saw it opening and he took off.
My point exactly.
But that game was also closer than.
You don't think he said it was, but
a lot closer, so it was winnable still.
But just back to just to my point though, they don't go in.
No, I know that. I'm not gonna
saying
disagree with that.
Yeah. Let's, what? There's a big injury potential right here. Let's pump the brakes. There's a big injury situation. Let's not let's not play you anymore. To the wolf.
But they still need to protect their investments. That's all. I got.
Yeah, half his points in one play. That's right. You take that. You definitely take that. And you have to roll with that because of that type of big play.
Yep.
Just like you look for that, or there's the potential for that. Just like you just like witnessing a clunker from Jalen Hurts in passing, in a passing game, in a passing situation. But that if they get down there within the 5, there's a pretty good chance that there's going to be a tush push.
Yep.
So that's it, just like that. Yeah, we got the wolves in the house. The wolf is we're gonna cook up something really nice. We're gonna cook up something really, really special to add to this repertoire here at the channel. By the way, speaking of the channel, folks, we got a lot of great things happening here between the Commissioner Rhino, between the Jonesy Goat, SoCal, AB. We're building something really great. So please, just give us a like. That's all I'm asking for. Maybe a subscribe. A subscribe would be nice. Yeah.
The notification button too.
Yeah. All these things. They just like it's like pouring gasoline. It's gasoline to the fire that burns within the pits of our stomach. And again, we're here for you, goats. We're gonna help you win. We're going to help you navigate this game of not life, because you don't want us to navigate that. We have to navigate that for ourselves. That's difficult enough, but we are going to navigate this thing called fantasy football. And in week 8, it's extremely important that you perform some of these minimal actions here. You can improve your team with trades. You can improve your team with waivers. Thoughts on Bateman, Otten over Ferguson, Tyler Goat.
What's up, Tyler? How you doing?
Tyler. Here's my thoughts on Bateman. Coach Speak Index all off season between Todd Monken and Johnny Johnny H were talking this dude up like
Yeah, they were.
like he was the second coming to Reggie Wayne on the Colts. He's gonna be this fantastic compliment here in the Ravens aerial attack. All right, yeah. So we saw a flash of it last night. We did. I thought about adding Rashad Bateman here. It's not out of the question, Tyler. It's not. I think Cade Otton now becomes
Might be the de facto number one.
Becomes a very interesting piece for the Bucks. This is someone that he's already familiar with his role and the offense, as opposed to the rookie Jalen McMillan. Now that's going to be like everyone's like go-to right now, and I get that as well. And he's available, so you can very well go in and get the rookie wide receiver as well. If you think that this is like all of a sudden a automatic fill in the gap for Mike Evans or Chris Godwin for that matter. I'm here to suggest that could be a little bit of a fool's errand because he's still a rookie. He's still going through a learning curve. Could he absolutely exceed our expectations? Yeah. So I'm not going to say.
I think he will, though.
I'm not going to.
I watched him in college, so
he's good.
He's really good.
He's good, and even more back to one of those channels that I was referring to, CBS Sports. Pete Prisco, who I believe resides down there. He was at their training camp and was gushing over this dude.
Yeah. And
I remembered that today as well. So Jalen McMillan could be a very, very boom, you hit it out of the park home run. I think he's got a lot of the same attributes, I believe, I would think he profiles better as Mike Evans, if I'm not correct.
Yeah.
I think
I think that's why they drafted him in the first place is okay.
But back to I think he's kind of like that heir apparent to Mike Evans. Now again, I want to temper that a little bit. He's not Mike Evans yet.
No, not yet. No.
And again, there's still a learning curve. But I like Cade Otton. I do. Do I like him over Ferguson right now? I would say, yeah, I kind of do. The Cowboys offense, unless they fix something, and they fixed it fast in 1 week, they looked terrible last week. They did. I'm sure that Dak and CD had to have talked or had to have buried that hatch, whatever, and they'll get back on the same page. Jalen Tolbert is someone that's kind of rising, and you see him as a nice compliment, the younger version to the Brandon Cooks, and Ferguson is okay. Again, it's the tight end position, Tyler. So it has resumed its mess from where it was in 2022. Because last year it was holy smokes, look at the tight end position. Now it's resumed itself back. So even Cade Otton.
Otton's gonna get more of the volume than Bateman. Bateman's like
I think he is too.
Bateman's like Jameson Williams.
I think he is too. Do I have where's Cade Otton? No, Cade Otton was on our list last week.
Yeah, he should have been.
Yeah, Tyler. Again, if I had to choose a wide receiver, I'm gonna go. I believe with I think Rashad Bateman is too boom or bust. I think you could see some sneaky dividends with the Jalen McMillan
or Sterling Shepard too.
Oh, gosh almighty. Sterling Shepard. Well, Sterling Shepard, you won't have to claim. I don't think. I don't think you'll have to. I think he would. I think that would be free. That would be free though. No, he's there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There, okay. But I'm saying, I wouldn't waste fab on it, and I wouldn't waste my priority on it. That's what I'm saying about Sterling Shepard. Sterling Shepard now profiles to me again like Chris Godwin that would play out of the slot. What a
see.
What a mess! Holy smokes! And
All
this, let's again, we have to downgrade Baker Mayfield here now, who's on a tear. We have to downgrade him. This offense, I was telling a friend of mine on X, by the way, goes by the name of Jerk Factor. Jerk Factor. That's not his real name. I'm going to tell you, look, this Bucks team is going to have to operate differently. They're going to have to rely. They're going to go and continue to rely on their running backs. And I would expect Kadon to get more.
And so will she White.
Maybe I should put my glasses on.
All right, Blue Yay says traded Jacobs for DJ Moore plus mid-round pick. 3-player keepers needed a wide receiver bad. So Kamara, Hunt, Hubbard, and Big B asked around. It's the best I could get. He's questioning if that's L. I know it's not the best value. I think it's a good value though. I think that's a good trade. Because you got DJ Moore, who's number 1 wide receiver, and a mid-round pick. So I think that's a good with your running back room. That's a good pick. That's a good trade. Yeah.
Plus the mid-round pick. Speaking of Alvin Kamara, Saints renewed their partnership with their star running back that will take him into his age 30 season, I believe. I think he's 28.
Pretty good value too. The 12,000 or 12 million.
Did they have to rework that contract?
They probably had to. They probably reworked it and add on some guaranteed.
Without me having to go through and dig through the nuts and bolts of that. But nevertheless, still have Kamara with Kareem the Dream, Chuba, and Tank.
Yeah.
So Blue Goat. Yeah, why not? There he is. What's up? Tent Goat? Good to see all you live and doing well. Good shit. And that Gibbs pick. Yeah.
We wonder. We talked about that the other night, or actually through text message of how we did and stuff. I know we took some losses. I know that. That's a given, but it's good to know that we got some W's too.
We got a few. We're here for the goats.
So let me ask you. I traded Aaron Jones for Moss and McMillan last night. What do you think of that?
Well, you know how I feel about Zach Moss, but
yeah.
But I don't. But I equally loathe Aaron Jones as well. Yeah, I think Zach Moss is losing his snaps, and we're gonna get into that. We're gonna do more of the deep dive in the in a new show, a new episode that's set to debut this week with SoCal.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's losing his snaps. The only thing that's keeping this dude on the field is third down because they don't trust Chase to block yet. If the running backs can't pass pro, then you're gonna have trouble being a third down or an every down running back.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tent Goat, man, appreciate you. We will see you. When's our next show? Other than when's our next live show?
Friday. No, Saturday.
Yeah, we have a little bit of an adjusted schedule this week because I'm sending the commissioner Rhino on a vacation. He needs it, and yeah, we're gonna record the DFS show. We'll record it. We'll blast it onto the tube, and then from there, yeah, the next live show would be Saturday, and then after that Sunday for the recap. Derek Buck Goat. It's Jawan Jennings, my friend.
Yeah.
It's Jawan Jennings. This is the one that's proven.
Yeah.
He's proven it to us.
Yeah, big time proven. I know he had a coming off a hip injury, but not too bad because I think he's playing this week. Yep. All day long.
He didn't have a hip injury. It was horseshit. Excuse my language again. No, he may have had. Look, again, this is a rookie in an offense that is probably going to have to scale down to some extent. They're not going to be able to be this
No,
prolific, or they may try to be prolific, and if it starts to if it doesn't mesh and gel, they're going to have to like go to plan B. Plan B is going to be a lot of running back usage and a lot of tight end usage and a veteran wide receiver. That veteran wide receiver
it's Sterling
would
Sharp.
be. Let's not forget Trey Palmer's on this team
Yeah,
also.
exactly.
And Trey Palmer, who has gotten very little work in his first 2-3 seasons, is he's been in this system at least. Yeah, it's going to be Juwan here, my friend, because he's shown it to us. He's proven it to us. If you're going to add Juwan Jennings because you're looking for 3 touchdowns in week 8, I wouldn't do that.
No.
But if you want
If he's playing the Rams, then yeah.
But if you want a wide receiver that you could, yeah, let me put it this way, Rhino. If you need to start a wide receiver, it would be Juwan Jennings over Jalen McMillan, correct?
Yeah.
I would want McMillan. How about that?
I want McMillan, but I was starting Juwan Jennings over until you see how things pan out. Yeah.
I would want McMillan on my team.
Yeah.
But I don't want to start McMillan, unfortunately.
Fresh cut. Poochie Pesci. Rolling with Brian Thomas Jr. rest of the season. About to try and trade Dell. Wish good luck.
All the best to you.
Yeah, especially after this freaking stinker he had Sunday, man. He still has value though. He still has value. But his value, I don't know if that was I don't know, man. That was an outlier or what? That was just. But look at all the other receivers too that had just crappy ass games too. But yeah, you might have to add another player to it. But yeah, try to trade Dell. Good luck with it. Let us know how you did too.
Tank Dell, man. Holy shit, Tank Dell.
So is Brian Thomas Jr., could we say that he's the wide receiver 1 now?
Without question.
Without a doubt, huh?
Without question.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
And he's probably having the best season out of all the rookie wide receivers too. Quietly. He just goes about his damn business, man.
Quietly.
Yeah. Quietly.
Yeah.
He was and it's funny because he was during the combines and pre-draft and stuff, he was like a afterthought, but then he started building steam. Then when he freaking ran a
well, I wouldn't say he was an afterthought.
No, but he wasn't a first rounder. He was maybe a second.
Brian Thomas?
Yeah. Very beginning of the trace or of the draft season, yeah. Yeah. Yep.
If you say so.
I do say so. You better believe so, damn it.
I'll defer to you. Ted, you motherfucking Ted! You're gonna dance that championship over here, Ted! See, that's what I'm talking about, Derek. They're gonna have to recalibrate to a certain extent. They're gonna have to recalibrate. If you thought, if you're ready to pull your non-hair out of your head, or if you're ready to pull the hair out of your chin, like Rhino, with this Rashad White, Bucky Irving conversation, and then add in
Sean Tucker,
and then add in Sean Tucker. Well, guess what? That ain't going away.
No,
that's not going away. But good news is they're gonna be used. They're gonna be utilized. Bucky looked fine. Bucky looked really good last night.
And it could be more of a Bucky and Sean Tucker, and then Rashad White coming for receiving downs, because Rashad White can catch. He's good at catching, but he's inefficient at running. So I think you're still fine with Bucky. I mean, if you have other running backs, you start them ahead of him, yeah. But
Andrew Goat, T, or the Kareem the Dream. Leaning Hunt. Also, do I trade T and Cook? That would be James Cook for Joe Mixon.
No.
Do you trade T Higgins and James Cook for Joseph Mixon? My wide receivers are the Amon Ra, T, Jaden, Tyreek. My running backs are Kyron, Cooks, Kareem the Dream, the Bucky, and Tyrone. But you don't trade Tyrone.
No. You call Tyrone.
You only call Tyrone. You don't trade Tyrone. Here's the
I
thing
think
with
that's too
Kareem.
much for Mixon.
You know, my home league, a trade went down today. Tank Dell for Kareem Hunt, actually. Tank Dell, Kareem Hunt. Look at that.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. The Kareem Hunt owner has running backs and is now taking a look at this calendar, and he's saying to himself, well, isn't Isaiah Pacheco going to come back any week now? So that's something to think about there. Do you start, but for Andrew's purposes in week 8, the Bengals are playing just off the top. I know it's Tuesday, gentlemen, gentle goats, but let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for a brief second, if the mouse will work. Now I'm really gonna go Joe Pesci on this thing. The Bengals. Who are the Bengals playing? Come on. Schedule. It's coming. It's coming.
I would actually, in this scenario, personally, I would do Reed and Hunt and try to get Joe Mixon first, and then if that doesn't work, then do the Higgins. So I like Higgins more, and he gets his. And then Chase, they get theirs, man.
Should have known that. Should have known that.
So I would, if he could do, I'd do Reed and Hunt for Higgins or for Mixon, and then like I said, if that doesn't work, then do Higgins.
Yeah, I'm with that. Look, the Bengals seem to be firing right now. They're firing on their cylinders. They've got the Eagles coming into Cincinnati. I don't think the Eagles' defense, especially that secondary,
Now they're young,
is as good away as they potentially could be better at home. Especially playing a Giants team. They look good playing. Anyone looks good playing the Giants. Notwithstanding Tyrone. I don't know. I mean, if this was a PPR, I don't think it makes a difference between half and PPR. I may still, if I don't trade away Kareem Hunt, I still may want to lean here with another third RB. Kareem Hunt, look, what are the Chiefs showing us? They're showing us nothing except for Kareem Hunt and a lot of misses. They missed Xavier Worthy on 2 occasions. Travis Kelce is not even close to himself. And their other wide receiver would be Mecole Hardman.
Yeah.
Come on. We know that they're going to continue to run the ball. So I think that's what I would do in the flex, Andrew. Good news is that are any of those guys playing this Thursday? No, right?
No, because it's Vikings Rams.
Yeah. Good news is, Andrew, please come back this upcoming Saturday, 8:00. We'll be able to put more of the collective heads together. Plus more information throughout the week, more studying, more analyzing throughout the week, and yeah, we might be able to we might either A, come to the same conclusion, or B, perhaps Jonesy Goat would side with T Higgins here. He fleeced get it? Fleeced Goat, his uncle. I wouldn't want it any other way. If you look, dude.
Traded Lamb and Rashid White for Ayuk and Breeze. If Ayuk had that 22-point game, traded him back for
Look, if you're gonna play fantasy with family, which is totally, totally fine. It's just it's warfare. It's all out.
Yeah.
It's goat fare.
Trent's playing chess while his uncle's playing checkers.
What is oh shit? What is the wolf saying? Higgins with 6, 14, 10, and 7 targets in the last 4. Hard to sit, but yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, T. Higgins looks good. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, but let's not forget who's opposite T. Higgins.
Jamar, the goat chase.
I mean, you can never discount the fact that that man's on the field and could just erupt. Absolutely erupt at any time.
Yep.
T. Higgins will be left for 3 catches for 40 yards. I mean, like, yeah, he'll be involved. I'm sure if he's on the field, he'll be involved. But yeah, I mean, Kareem Hunt seems to be the focal point of that offense right now, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. What other waivers do we got? Or do we want to discuss, talk about?
If because of the situation, oh God, if it's looking like maybe the Rams are going to be trading Cooper Kupp, which breaks my heart. So if you don't have any shares of Jordan Winnington, go get shares of Jordan Winnington. He will be de facto wide receiver 2 in the group. So they'll be rolling out Puka next week. It's looking like so. Be Puka if Kupp gets traded, which they're saying 99.9% chance he's traded. It'll be Puka, Winnington, and Tutu. So try to get shares of Winnington. Try to get shares of Tutu Atwell. Very much.
This I know you're a diehard Rams fan, so I mean I'll try to be or take it easy on this subject matter as best as possible. But damn, this thing really pick up steam fast.
It did big time, man. Because I was saying no, it's not going to happen. And all of a sudden, bam! And I saw a couple of things earlier on X, but it's from accounts that, I don't know, I don't trust. But then you see the Diana Russellini and then Jordan Rogue coming out, and Jordan Rogue is a Rams content creator for the Athlete, saying stuff. Then you have Tom Pelissaro and before I'm like crying, like, no, stop! It's not going to happen. And then see, I didn't put this in our chat, but supposedly there's a rumor going out that freaking the Vikings are going to trade for Stafford. They're going.
Well, okay, so that's why
I don't believe that one bit. They just restructured his thing, so. Yeah, you're right, SoCal. That's supposedly, and I think a lot depends on what happens. There's 2 more games left before the November 5th. If the Rams went out, then and in contention for the West NFC West, because they're only 2 games out, and they play the Vikings and they play the Seattle Seahawks. So if they went out, they can be looking at either tied or half a game out of first place of the NFC West. So this thing's been tough. It's tough. It's been a tough this week of fantasy football. Need a freaking bounce back week. All the receivers are getting banged up. Yeah.
The Husot. I try to tell him, man. I try, and I mean, I know he believes me, but it's hard to really, earn that trust. But when I tell this Husot that this is a brutal outlier, like upside down type of season, at least through 7. I know he's looking to smash more walls, and he's looking to maybe hop hop on a plane and come find me and attack me. I mean, it really like Tank Dell has 0 catches and there's no Nico Collins. Chris Godwin completely has his ankle dislocated in the same game as Mike Evans strains his hamstring. I mean, like, it's just one thing after another, after another, after another.
The news coming out, Debo had pneumonia. Like, he ended up in the hospital because water in his lungs, fluid in his lungs.
Well,
I think he's out now.
Holy shit! Do you know how much? I saw that, right? Excuse me. I saw that.
He'll be out by another 2 weeks. I would assume, if not longer, because it takes a lot of energy. Well, I guess for a 58-year-old man having pneumonia, it'd take a lot more energy out of him than a kid his age.
Yeah, I think I wanted to do like something like silly, respond to like one of those posts and say, look, it's like probably precaution, just like being carted off the field. Like he probably went, like if you play for the 49ers and you're complaining that, you're like I am right now. I mean, like they probably send you to the hospital just as a precaution. But then the other half of me said, you know what, don't do that, because what if this dude happens to be like pretty sick? So I stayed away from it. Here, I could share that with everybody, but on the other app, you can't. Then you get absolutely like creamed.
Yeah.
You get blocked.
Bronson Hale has a question. Trade Mason and Ladd for Monty.
If you don't have CMC,
yeah,
you might as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Might as well, yeah. Cut bait now. Yeah, absolutely.
The Smitty.
Look at the Smitty goat. Look at this guy.
Got the W, but lost Evans. Who should I play? Dell, Addison, or Flowers?
I mean, this would technically
Addison going this way.
I mean, like, I envision this, unfortunately, like the types of questions that are going to come in between this present week, moving forward, are going to be so wild in terms of the players that you have to put in because of the current situation that we're in the league.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, Evans is out. It's Tank, Jordan Addison, or the Zay Flowers man. Jordan Addison's playing
banged up, so
Jordan Addison's playing this Thursday night.
Yep, against the Rams. Rams secondary have been playing better as of late.
Tank Dell, Houston, Colts.
Oh,
yeah, you know what? It can't get any worse for Tank Dell. How about that? It can't get any worse. They have to get Tank involved.
I'll agree with you.
They have to get Tank involved. You've got Jordan Addison this Thursday night playing against the Rams. You know better than anybody, the Rams secondary on short rest.
They've been playing better. So,
all right,
still, it's not Trey Tucker and DJ Turner. Evans played on a bad hammy. Everyone knows what happens to a sore hammy when you run full speed. Yeah.
We said this earlier, Smitty. Yeah. It was like, look, he scored the touchdown. He was already limping from there. Why in the world was the man still back on the field afterwards is beyond me. Because then when they tried to connect on the second touchdown, as we all saw, that was a wraps. It was a wraps from there. So it's, you know what? It's like you did it to yourself.
Yeah.
You had no business coming back in the game because you knew you were injured. You knew you were hurt. It's one thing, Rhino. You know how we said, we take it at face value, right? So like if we believe that Cooper Kupp is healthy, we believe that in his mind, he believes that he feels 100% fully healthy.
Right.
And if you happen to get hurt from there, it's like your body that's failing you. However, Mike Evans, complete opposite. He was playing hurt, and you saw it. You saw it. I don't. So
Yeah,
again,
he's limping. The play before, he was limping. So,
boy.
Yeah.
Go back. Did we get to Husots before Chaka Goat? Goat?
No. Who should I pick up from the waivers? Jennings or McMillan dropping Josh Jacobs back up?
That would be
That'd be Wilson.
I told him to do that last week. And again, see, I don't think the Husot doesn't like to listen to him.
Pick up Jennings.
To the Shepard.
Pick up Jennings.
It's going to be Jawan Jennings, ROS, folks. ROS. If you could do both,
Then do both.
Then do both. That's right. But Jennings gets the start here. Shaka Goat. Welcome to the show. Please
like and subscribe and hit the notification.
Do us a favor and what Rhino said.
Trade Kamara and Higgins for Hall and Waddle. PPR redraft. I would do that. Tua coming back. Brees Hall is right now probably RB1. Leaning that way. The Todd Downey took over. They showed the numbers. I was like, holy crap, man. He's in RB1 territory right now. What all of us Brees Hall owners wanted to see. So I'd definitely do Kamara and Higgins for Hall and Waddle. Especially with the fact that they're bringing Condre Miller a little bit more for Kamara, and Allen is playing less now.
It happens to be just based on paper or based on banner. It's a pretty even deal, but I would then weigh the factors that Rhino just said. You've got Kendra Miller that's beginning to work into the fold, and yes, the Saints are just absolutely terrible. Yes, is Alvin Kamara still like a focal point of that offense? Yes. Brees Hall, I'd still rather have Brees Hall, who's the best player in this deal altogether.
Yeah, big time. Jeez. All right. This is me. Also, I'm 6 on the waiver, and I'm thinking about waiting in next week so I can get a better spot and wait for the trades. Or is there a target I should go after this week?
Well, let me ask you this. Wait, because most of my leagues, with the exception of 1 and 2, 1 or 2 of them actually work with the priority. If you don't claim, so if you don't do what Smitty is suggesting to wait, and then the play is clear and now they are free agents, he could still make the free ad, correct?
Yeah, can make free ad.
Yeah, so then I don't necessarily right. So I would not necessarily put the claim in. Don't put the claim in, right? Don't put the claim in.
Yeah.
Get a higher priority for next week, as you're alluding to, Smitty. Yes, because you're a goat, and this is what goats do. Then, if you need a player this week, see who slips through the cracks and pick them up for free. Who are these players? Who are these guys? We got some sneaky players here.
Yeah. And one thing also, too, is you can always, after today, first thing in the morning, look and see who people dropped. Because a lot of times people are dropping people.
That's the sneaky.
Yeah. So check that out.
I bet you Ricky Pearsall slips through and is a free ad. I bet you Cedric Tillman, this guy who all of a sudden now is being talked about for the Cleveland Browns because of a quarterback change, is a sneaky player. I doubt he gets wavered. I doubt it. So you may, Smitty, for sure. I would see who slips through because there are some nice little juicy guys that you might be able to snatch up. And then back. I want to circle right back again before we get to Arturo Goat. Yeah, because this is only week 8. When it's week 11 and there's like a whole new list of players because of A, B, C, and D circumstances, that's right. If you're sitting there with a number one priority, that's it. You're in the driver's seat.
Let me add one more thing too, because it happens in every league. If somebody's hurt and they have no more IR spots, they'll drop that hurt person. So you could pick that person up if you have an IR spot, put them on your IR, then pick up somebody else. So you're winning twice that way.
Depending on, yeah, absolutely.
All right, Arturo Flores. Thank you for being here again. Appreciate your loyalty here.
What kind of question is this?
What should I do with neighbors?
You should thank them.
Well,
Thank you, actually. Thank yourself. Thank yourself for drafting him, or thank the manager who traded him to you. What do you mean? What should you do, Arturo? You start him.
Yeah,
that's what you do. Yeah.
I mean,
let's not panic over one game. That's what you should do.
I agree.
The Giants are playing the Steelers. They get the Steelers this week, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, let's not panic on Malik Neighbors. This is an elite wide receiver in a very short amount of time. That's going to garner a heavy target share, first read share. The Giants want to score on offense. You've got 2.5 players. That's a joke. You got 3 players. You've got Malik, you've got Wandale, and then you've got Tyrone.
Oh God! All right. Since Smitty doesn't trust Tua coming back, you know what? I agree. I don't trust that either. I don't understand why he won't wear that helmet, the special helmet either.
The fuck? Because what was that going to do?
Well, it helps protect the head better. That's why it has extra cushion, extra paddings.
That thing is not going to do anything. He knows it. He knows it. That's why he's not wearing it.
Good evening, Clayton St. Pierre. How you doing, brother? Like and subscribe. Hit notification.
Slayton Goat. Again, let's go. I'm still stuck on Malik Neighbors. Like, what should you do? Well, I mean, like,
if you have wide receiver plays, play them.
If I mean, like, Arturo, was that Arturo?
Yeah,
Arturo. Give us another option, Arturo. If like, what should you do? Should you? I mean, like, what's the second part of that statement? What's the other condition to Malik? Should you sit Malik? Okay, sit him to start who? Should you trade Malik? Okay, who are you trading him for? I mean, give me another condition to Malik Neighbors.
Yeah. The Slate St. Pierre said Cowing. I think Cowing is a sneaky play, but he'll be number 3 wide receiver out with the best. Because with Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall.
Well, we thought the Tampa got a pretty lousy shake last night.
Yeah.
God damn. I mean, like, okay, fine. Debo comes back, and you've got a healthy or spry CMC supposedly, and Curious George with Brock Purdy. This team ain't making the playoffs. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry, Husot. I don't think this team is making the playoffs, and it's not because I don't like the Niners, but they have experienced the Super Bowl hangover in the worst way.
Oh, big time.
In the worst way, in an injury-plagued way.
I don't know. Okay. I don't know about that because the Rams had the Super Bowl hangover, and they went through all their offensive linemen, and Cooper Kupp got hurt, and Stafford got hurt. So that that trumps this, in my opinion. But
it's the same.
So he's asking me to pick up Otten too. Otten's a better pickup than Otten's a lot better pickup than Cowing.
I agree with that. I concur with that.
Tech Stories, thank you. Like and subscribe, hit the notification.
Tech Stories.
Do you think Nico Collins for Tyreek Hill is a good trade in fantasy?
No.
No.
No. And I'm going to tell you why. Here
Story time.
and this will bring us back to Tua. Tua probably could have played a week after that last concussion. So again, it's not like he's walking around for weeks with a headache. I don't believe that to be the case. I believe Tua steps back onto the. I think they just wanted to, for public relations purposes, and just to err on the side of caution, to monitor him for a few weeks, several weeks of zero symptoms. Tua steps back onto the field as if he never left the field. And you're elevated now with Tyreek. You're elevated now. All of them are elevated, as a matter of fact, especially Tyreek. My God. Something's off with CJ Stroud. That's something that, again, SoCal and myself may look into, may not look into. Nevertheless, something's off with the Texans, or there really isn't. Yeah, under 100 yards is like, okay, that's not good. But again, they played in Lambeau. They played a tough Packers team at home, and they're relying a lot more on the ground game. But that's still no excuse for putting up like a Zach freaking Wilson performance either.
Oh God, that's horrible. Slate, yes, we're both in the best ball.
Speaking of best ball,
yeah.
Speaking of such, so you know that the bots league, along with the Beat the Doc, is they're actually doing the waiver run this week. These are charity best balls, by the way.
Yeah, these are.
So I took a look at the bots, and I did draft Jalen McMillan. Must have had to have been like the last round. Nevertheless. Tua said that the research didn't show any. Yeah, the helmet is giving him enough protection from hitting the ground. It's that is screwing him down from the cranium down the spine. That whole effect, that whole spasticity. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Say that 5 times fast.
Spasticity is what causes him to like his muscle spasms, everything. So it's not necessarily that helmet's giving him plenty of protection. It's not like his head's cracked. The helmet's giving him protection. His head hits it. Something triggers inside here, and then the rest of it, the residual, goes all the way down his spine. No, that cap doesn't do shit. It won't. Or let me put it this way: it's not gonna, knock on wood, it's not gonna stop or prohibit another one from occurring.
No, not when he's had this 5 now in 2 years.
Unfortunately. Now again, I'm not. Again, we should also be on record. We should be on record. We're not doctors. We're not neurologists. We're not orthopedics. Do we look like any of these people?
No, there's a couple of jabronis.
Complete jabronis with fantasy football championships and titles.
Yep.
That's all.
Yep. All right, Derek Buck. Week 8 flex Eckler, Tracy, Wandell, or Bucky. 0.5 point PPR.
Not Eckler. Why would we play Eckler, Derek? I think Bucky's the move here.
Yeah.
Especially how they're going to have to rely on their running backs now moving forward. If it's not Bucky, I would probably maybe Tyrone over Bucky, but it wouldn't be Wandale, and it wouldn't be who's before that? Never mind.
It was
Eckler. No.
Yeah, I go Bucky.
No, Eckler. What's Eckler doing on your team? My friend,
He's a ton of Tyrone, Madison, and Ertz in the last rounds of the best ball. That's good.
my friend. Where's my? Come on. No. 1 second, please. Derek, what are we doing with Austin Eckler? Let's look to improve the squad. We've got plenty of options for you to do that this week. Plenty of options. I would not be holding Austin Eckler at this point. You've got Juwan Jennings could possibly help you. You've got Rashad Bateman, who I didn't even include on the list, that could help, perhaps. Austin Eckler's not going to help you. I would look to make an improvement. You may want. Who's your quarterback? You might want to add Bo Nix as a backup quarterback. Or carry another. Take the Lions defense off the market and carry 2 defenses and play mismatches. Austin Eckler's not going to help you, my friend. I don't believe so. What do we got? Are we talking Knicks now? There's no more. There is no more Wolfius. Julius has left the building. Call Anthony Towns. We're gonna call Carlius. Call Anthony Townsius. Man, I wonder how good this team is gonna be this season. Drop Pitts.
Not dropping Pitts. You're not dropping Tracy. I'd drop Rico.
For Juwan Jennings. If you need a wide receiver, Jason, my friend, I think we're gonna drop. See, it's hard. This is difficult because he's got Ferguson. I think I would drop Ferguson.
I wouldn't drop either of the tight ends.
Why? Why would you drop a run? Why drop a running back when we know how valuable they are?
Are they more valuable than Pitts or Ferguson? Is Rico outscoring Rico? Is Rico outscoring Ferguson? Will Tracy outscore Pitts?
Is Tracy outscoring Pitts? Not right now. No.
He's half a PPR?
But Tyrone Tracy is one Devin Singletary injury away, or one re-aggravation of his groin away from having a full-time, absolute volume king smash running back. And I think we might be able to say the same thing for Rico. We know Rico's getting the majority of the snaps there. So, again, I think that the tight end, based on the misery of this position now,
it's a half PPR, points per reception. How many catches does Rico catch? None. That's Zeke's. So you're keeping Pitts, you're keeping Ferguson. Tracy is going to catch balls. So I don't know Rico.
Okay, Rico. All right. Agree to disagree. If you're carrying 2 tight ends and it's a matter of adding a wide receiver that you may covet right now, I'm going to have a hard time dropping both those running backs in this particular situation. I think I would keep Pitts, but I think I would release Ferguson. If you want.
Then what happens if Pitts goes down? Then he doesn't have a good secondary.
Then you could go back. Then you're going to have to go back to the waiver wire. Yep.
And Ferguson will be gone. So
you don't know that.
Ferguson will be gone.
Ferguson might get picked up. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not.
He's a number 2. He's a number 2 wide receiver out of that group. At the very least, number 3.
Depends on the rest of the roster here. It depends on the rest of the roster. What kind of league is it? Is this a 10-team league or a 12-team league?
10-team league.
It's a 10-team league?
Yeah.
Oh, then there's other tight ends available.
Cool.
That would be my move. But again, perhaps there's somebody in this wonderful audience that could break the tie. Player for player. Yeah, here comes the breaking of the tie. Player for player, I agree with Rhino, but 2 tight ends is hard to keep. Who are the other running backs? Besides Rico and besides Tyrone Tracy are probably his starting running backs. Right?
Why would you keep a running back that doesn't catch the ball? It's a half PPR. Explain that to me.
Why keep a running back that doesn't catch the ball?
What's the average? Maybe 60 yards a game, if that.
So okay, let me ask you this: why are there managers that start Najee Harris? Najee Harris doesn't catch the ball. Why are there?
You have to start running back.
What about those that are starting Devin Singletary? Devin Singletary is not very good catching the ball, or it's not asked to.
You have 1 or 2 running back slots, right? Then you have flex, wide receiver, and tight ends. So you're going. We can keep on going, but it's just we disagree. I won't freaking keep a running back that doesn't catch the ball over a tight end. That's a top 10, top 15.
See, I think we'll move on from here. I think even the case even more so because it's half PPR that the value it's just you're not getting that much out of the tight end position altogether. You have a potential for more points out of the running back position there. What's the next question?
Slayton wants to know Wandell or Bucky.
Wandelius or Bucky. Wandelius is playing the Steelers. Might have a good game. Might resume his Wandell production. That was that went disappeared last week. Or Bucky. We're gonna have to go. I'm gonna go Bucky Irving here.
You know what? Let me go back with Jason's question. If anybody in your league is starving for tight end and maybe has like a very low end tight end, then trade your tight end. Trade one of the tight ends for a RB2 or a wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3.
Now that I get behind for sure.
This is one thing. Everybody listening to the show, I will guarantee you that me and him will always disagree on the tight end position. Especially when there's 2 high-end tight ends. But
because look, we're witnessing what type of output. Mark Andrews finally came around last week. Kyle Pitts is having a pretty a low key, not bad year either. That's fine, and yes, that I'm glad. I'm happy for him. But who are we really talking about? Look, David Njoku is like a probably starting tight end now for the rest of the season.
He's wide receiver 1 too.
Yeah, look, and Kittles. You're playing Kittles. You're playing McBride, but it gets really thin, and it's always going to be. It's going to be an unpredictable position, because you've got other skill position players on the field.
All right. Thank you, KJ Frederick, for being here. Like and subscribe to the notification. If Jennings or McMillan get picked up on waivers before my waiver pick, should I try to pick up Joshua Palmer? Dropping Watson, full PPR. Well, I don't understand why you dropped Watson. He had a bad game. But if anything, maybe try to trade Watson. For players like this, I would try to trade first before I drop to see if I get some kind of value for him. But I don't think.
Why Palmer? Yeah, where did Palmer come into play here?
Yeah. No.
I don't think the Quentin Johnston injury is that serious. Plus Lad McConkey, it's not a heavy pass volume, high prolific, high passing offense to begin with. I don't know. Not Palmer, my friend. No, we've got to find you there's got to be a better option if those 2 happen to get picked up. There's got to be someone else. And I think the answer might very well rest right there on your own team. No, I think you're going to leave Christian Watson.
Yeah.
I think you're going to leave Christian Watson there as a bench player. Christian Watson is pretty. You know, I had to start Christian Watson on one team this week. That's right. I mean, like Christian Watson is again. He's one of these wide receivers. Jordan Love. They want to get him the ball if he's on the field, if he's healthy. It's just this Green Bay, the wide receiver core is just it's tricky to attempt to navigate through. But I wouldn't throw Christian Watson to the free agency pool. We probably have another option there, my friend.
So Jason's running backs are Brees, Alvin Kamara, Bigsby, Irving, Donald, Tracy, and particularly drop Donald.
Let me ask you this: do you think that everyone that comes to us with a Tyrone question is because of our Tyrone song and our Tyrone recommendations?
Probably.
That's probably it, right?
It's embedded in their brains.
That's it. I mean, like we are a Tyrone family here. You call him, he's going to deliver for you. Brees, did we answer it? Did we answer them? All right.
Because he's the one that asked dropping Pitts. Yeah, Pitts and Ferguson.
Oh, this is Jason. Oh, yeah. He's answering. Yeah. Well, right. He's got Brees, a starting running back. He could
Mara, Bigsby, Irving, drop Donald.
Jason, where should we send you the GOAT trophy? Where? Just let us know. You could leave your comment if you want to post your address, which I don't recommend. But yeah, figure out a way. You could DM me your address where we could send you the GOAT trophy. That's a fire lineup, man. I'm not. Yeah. You try to move one of these players for even an upgrade. Could you imagine having Brees Hall and Bijan?
Oh, good Lord!
You know try that.
Oh, I'm close to it with Bijan and Gibbs in my home league. Could be pretty fire sometimes. TH Joe Mixon or KW3 half PPR rest of the season.
You gotta love how the Seahawks have been using Kenny Skywalker in the past.
That was exactly what I was going to say.
Gotta love that. You gotta love that. We're almost looking at a mirror of the two. It's almost like the same player now. Take a look at the schedule. What's his face over in Seattle? On again, Coach Speak. I highly recommend everyone to follow that account. It's not a fantasy account. That's why I'm recommending you to go follow it. But he will clip all press conferences from all head coaches, position coaches, all key, vital, fantasy vital info. Coach Speak. So it's their words, and now it's measured. So now we have a record of the reliability in terms of like info that we're getting from them. So if this dude, why am I drawing a blank on the head coach's name?
For
Mike McDonald. Okay, he's saying that they want to continue to give the ball to Kenny Skywalker. He's
a special player. I think he's one of those special kind of players you want to keep on feeding him.
I think what we're going to see TH GOAT is a kind of like a shifting in Houston, so to speak. I don't think this Joe Mixon Texans running back stuff is going to sustain for the rest of the year. I really don't. It's good while it lasted. We just see nothing out of the passing game from the Texans. Nothing. I think it's going to shift.
All right. So Cal said, to me, it depends on if you need running back depth. Tracy and Dottle have had multiple 3+ catch games, so they aren't non-existent in the passing game. I would keep Tracy over Dottle, just upside of him. That's just me. Alex Flores, trade away Josh Jacobs for Aaron Jones or hold. Keep Josh Jacobs. Aaron Jones is hurt, and he always gets hurt too. So old.
Yep. Hold. Is that it?
Almost.
Almost.
Most won't trade for tight end 10 team, but if you trust Ferg, someone may jump on Pitts. Exactly. Worth a try.
Imagine just playing the tight end matchup game every week. It's bad enough that we have to play the defensive matchup every week. We got to play sometimes the quarterback matchup. We have to try to play the flex matchup. Now we're playing the tight end matchup. It's a stacked 10-team league. I mean, I would look to trade.
That's what he's saying. Would you trade Pitts or Ferguson?
I think I would probably want to keep the more reliable tight end who at least has shown us more reliability, and that would be Ferguson.
Yeah. And I think you probably get better value for Pitts too, I would think.
That would be Ferguson. Yeah. What did Pitts do this past week? I know they only did 14 points. Bijan accounted for 6 of those and a ton of yards, and he had himself a great game.
Yeah,
who was the other Falcons scorer?
Drake London had a touchdown too.
Was it Drake London?
Yep.
I don't know. I didn't notice.
Yeah.
I didn't notice. That's me on Sundays, Goats. Just scrolling. God knows how many players I'm missing. Holy moly. I love it. I love it with you guys. I love it. And I love being here for you guys. Yes. DK Metcalf may miss. This guy is like as strong of a player you're ever going to come across, as durable as a player as you're ever going to come across. I would pay attention to that injury reports throughout the week in terms of DK for Tyler. But yeah, Tyler, if DK Metcalf doesn't play, I would think you would want to go with Tyler Lockett. You're never going to hear me make this recommendation, but in this situation, because DK may not play, and Tyler Lockett is one of these sneaky players.
Yeah,
for sure.
Thank you for joining, Jeff. Like and subscribe, hit the notification button. We'll be back live Saturday for Start and Sit, and there'll be a DFS show this week too. So should I pick up?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I don't know where you were either. Hey, could you imagine us knuckleheads, not just fantasy football players, but now like producers of a YouTube channel? Could you believe this? But we're doing it for you, Goats. That's right.
So So Jeff is asking, should I pick up Juwan Jennings or Tyler Lockett? Tyler Lockett's on waiver.
Or Tyler Lockett.
Or Tyler Lockett.
No, Tyler Lockett is not a viable rest of season option where we know that Juwan Jennings is.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't look as nice of a feel good story this Ricky Pearsall is. Again, I mean, I'll take it right back to this Jalen McMillan. Yeah, they both come in pretty high capital. Pretty high, not the highest like Malik Neighbors and Marvin Harrison, but they both came in with pretty high capital. They both, I'm sure, have really good raw athletic skill scores. I remember actually seeing Ricky Pearsall at the combine. He looks great. But you're talking about a dude that hasn't played a professional snap of football yet. So I would pump those brakes. Sneaky, yes. Roster stash, yes. Juwan Jennings is your go-to here for now, until we see otherwise.
Right, Nino Pena, thank you for coming and like and subscribe and notification. Yeah, I'm pretty worried about Cup with his health alone, plus the trade rumors of him and Stafford. Should I flip Cup for DK or mix in? Yes, and I would do that. I mean, as you see the wall behind me, I'm a diehard Rams fan,
Yeah, different.
and it's all leading towards that he was going to be traded. Probably to Kansas City too. That's what it's looking. But make sure you pick up Jordan Whittington too. Make sure you pick up Whittington too. Would you flip Cup for DK or Mixon?
I mean, if you're trading a wide receiver, don't you want a wide receiver back? I mean, that's the way I would kind of. I mean,
Yeah.
If you're trading away a wide receiver, you're going to be down at the position. If you're trading for Joe Mixon, now you're in a surplus most likely at that position. So
yeah, probably flip it.
Oh yeah, and if you're concerned with A, the health, B, him changing teams,
I don't think Stafford's going anywhere.
I don't think Stafford's going anywhere either. I'm surprised with this Cup info, and yeah, I do trust the Athletic and their reporting right now. I do. Yeah, go get DK. The Seattle offense, they're scoring points. They're scoring points. I know DK's injury is not considered serious, and again, his track record is impeccable. Impeccable. You see how strong that guy is? He's not just he's a freak. He's not just strong, he's fast as fuck.
Yeah. See, SoCal says Jennings Metcalf will be back if he does miss any time.
Why trade Cup? I mean, he's concerned with the health. Yeah, I get that. I really do. I believe, and we spoke about this, Cooper Kupp probably feels like he's good to go. I bet you he doesn't feel any issues right now.
He was good to go Sunday, but they held him out.
I bet you he feels good to go. And I bet you, like, when he least expects it, knock on wood, that's when it'll occur. So yeah, he's got a history. He does, Nino. He's got an injury history. You're right. And I would be concerned too. I would.
See, SoCal, why trade Cup? He will eat wherever he goes, and which that's the honest to God truth. If you have wide receiver depth, you can get Nick Mixon, then maybe what is the full roster context of roster key?
Nino, I'm going to encourage Nino to come and visit us again.
Yeah, stand pat to see what happens next.
Join us this upcoming Saturday and every Saturday from there. And even when the season stops, it's not going to stop here.
Nope.
Because we work for the GOATs. Right, Rhino. Do you want to leave us with anything before we take off for the evening for this fine Tuesday?
No, man. Just be the best version you can be every day.
Always be the best version of yourself. Always do the right.
Make a difference, man.
Do the right thing. You know that's not bad advice, right? You should do the right thing first and foremost. You guys are GOATs.
Thank you for coming.
We appreciate you very much. Yeah, of course, do all that, like, subscribe, the notifications thing. That's the best way to help us, support us. And we will be back again later on in the week. Look out for our stuff that's going to be on video, on record, on demand. On demand. I like that. And that's it, guys. I do appreciate you being here this evening.
Yeah. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. I'll be in Tennessee next week.
Enjoy your vacation.
Yes.
It's like bittersweet. I don't want you to go, but I want you to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, wait a minute. 2 weeks?
Well, next week. So the following week.
Wow, that seems like a long time. That sounds like a long time.
Just in time for a trade deadline.
Appreciate you, Wolf.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah. Good night.